Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to a new edition of Urban Sentinel Live. It's the show that's brought to you by Urban Sentinel Live magazine. And I'm your host, Reggie Kearney. Hope everybody's doing fine as we move into the holiday season. Just for your information, I'll tell you before we get started, I'll tell you at the end, this is our last show for the fall season. We'll be back, I believe, the second week in January. But tonight I got a special guest with me. Mr. Ernest James Usher the third, Usher's little brother. Okay. Uh, hey Ernest, how you doing, man?
Mr. Curtis, I'm always good. You always give me one, but I am doing well. Everything is getting situated. We taking care of business over here. How you been?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. But call me Reggie, okay? That's fine.
I'll call you Reggie. I got you. I'll be formal.
I'm old. I'm old, but I ain't trying to be old, okay? Yeah. Just a little quick background information. Ernest does marketing for me. He's a social media marketing specialist. Just got his master's from Liberty University. So,
yes, sir.
He knows what. And Tony said, "Yes, you old." Okay, Tony, we're not gonna throw stones at people tonight. But yeah, he just got his master's from Liberty University, and he knows what he's doing, when it comes to marketing and everything. Talk to me tonight, man. What's going on? Talk to me.
Hey, so everything is amazing at Ushers Digital Agency, and hey, Judy, that's another one of our business partners for Ushers Digital Agency. She owns Travel with Judy Smith. Amazing, amazing, amazing woman. But as Mr. Reggie was saying, we do definitely do business partnership together with Ushers Digital Agency and the Urban Sentinel magazine, and also the Urban Sentinel Live. And our main key at the Ushers Digital Agency, our business, which we've expanded, is to gravitate small businesses towards the presence of marketing. When I go into a lot of businesses and I do, analysis and things like that, I find that there's no marketing budget. I mean, they're great businesses with great ideas, but they don't have a budget to market their product appropriately, whether it's on social media, websites, business cards, whatever it is. They're just relying on their talent and not realizing it's strategy with marketing. So that's where I come into play. My job is to expose businesses on a gigantic level to an area of marketing to where they can get more clientele. They can get more hits on their business. They can get some people to come in and try their product, test their product, and enjoy their product. Because if you're not marketing, nobody knows you exist. I mean, maybe your family and your realm of influence, but the big people we see, like Apple, McDonald's, Hardee's, these people spend money on marketing because they want to be in your face 24/7, exposing you to their product and making you want to have their product. And they're strategic about it. It's not just throwing things out there and hoping for the best. It's like when you're a fisherman, you fish at the right spot every day at the right time because you know those fish are biting at 6 a.m. You don't just throw your lure out there and be like, I hope I catch something. No, it's strategic, and that's what marketing is. Catching fish with your product, but you got to be strategic.
And that's one of the things I've got down on my to-do list next year is to become more strategic with marketing, social media marketing, because that's where it is, man. It's all about social media marketing. So, how do businesses move themselves towards having a strong social media presence?
I'm glad you asked because I get to tell you the purpose of Ushers Digital Agency. But I'm going to bore you for a second with math. Who likes math? Everybody likes math? Nobody likes math. Nope, you don't like math. Okay, but that's okay. In school, for example, you took algebra. Everybody took algebra. And in algebra, they told you X times Y equals product. If everybody can see that. X times Y equals a product. That's what they told you in school, in algebra. What I do is I take X times the product and I equal Y. I flip it. I say X times the product equals Y. Somebody's like, what does that mean? You are the X factor in your business. You are multiplied by your product, but your business must answer the question, why? Why are you in business? Oh, because I like to make bracelets. Okay, that's a hobby. I said, why are you in business? See, when you're solving for why, that's where I come in because I help you understand how your business can be lucrative. This is not a hobby. If you want a hobby and do a craft, then set yourself up as a nonprofit and give. But if you're in business to make money, I step in and say, okay, how can this make money to take care of your family? How can this make money to take care of your income, not to where you're living paycheck to paycheck, to where your product excels, to where everybody wants what you have? We solve for why. You're the X, your product is multiplied times you, and it's got to equal the Y. So I talk to people a lot. Some people say, like we have like a lot of eyelash businesses. I'm not picking on people that do eyelashes, okay? So y'all, ladies, don't come for me, okay? If you wear your eyelashes, wear your eyelashes. But there's a lot of eyelash businesses out there, Mr. Reggie. And what I talk to somebody that comes to me and say, hey, I need your marketing help. And I ask them, why do you have an eyelash business? Oh, I like to, do eyelash for ladies. Okay, great. But what sets you apart from everybody else that has an eyelash business? And most people can't answer that because their friend says they like their eyelashes or their family likes them. I'm here to tell you tonight, that's not enough. We have to dive in and see what can set you apart and elevate you above other eyelash businesses so you can get revenue. Because some people say, well, I don't want to be in competition with anybody. This is a competition when you have a business. McDonald's and Hardee's and Burger King and Wendy's have been warring for years to just get you to get their burger and their fries. If they have to pick at each other funnily to do it, they do it so you want what they have. And where I come into play is I look at competition. I look at the demographic. I'm going to use a lot of those marketing terms that you may have heard. I look at the area of influence. I research that and I analyze that with a strategy to pull out how can you win against your competition. Because remember, this feeds your family. This is not a hobby. And when we realize this is not a hobby, you'll take marketing seriously and realize, gosh, I need somebody to come in and analyze what I do. I can't just play around and just share some posts and hope for the best. I must be strategic. If it's going live on videos, I need to be strategic and go live 3 days a week at this certain time when the traffic hits high. If it's a paid advertisement, well, I need to do a lot of paid advertisements at this time to this demographic of people when I research that want my business, that do the same. You have to be strategic. So that's where I come into play, and that's what I do.
Okay. Now, how can a young guy like me use TikTok to further my business?
So here we go. I'm glad you mentioned that. So you do Urban Sentinel magazine. The key is trying to get people to understand the positivity of what you represent in your magazine. Mm-hmm. But people will not just walk and just pick up this magazine or go download this magazine on their own. So with TikTok, the reason people have been very strategic with TikTok is there are people that have been in their magazine that get on TikTok and talk about their part in the magazine, and their followers get the magazine because that person said so. TikTok creates influence, and the more people tag you in your magazine and tag you in your magazine that have been a part of your magazine, and the more you talk about why people should read your magazine, 5 minutes a day. That's 25 minutes a week, 5 days a week. Just talk about what your magazine can do to change someone's life, whether it's, from what I've read, self-help stories. There have been a lot on dealing with mental illness and having mental wellness. There's been a lot I've seen in your magazine on getting fit and being healthy. There's a lot about entrepreneurship. See, those are the benefits, but people don't know if I don't use a source to tell them, and they must put a face to the product. That's where you're the X factor. If I can't see you and I don't see you all the time, then why would I trust your product? So TikTok lets people see me, see my product, they put 2 and 2 together, and now I solve for why. That's why I'm in business, because I'm the X factor. You see my product, the why is solved. I'm making money.
Now, how do I get people in Tony's age group that don't know that much about TikTok to key in on TikTok to look at something I might do?
Try. So what you have to do is, one thing about TikTok is I've seen a lot of people that are, I'm not going to even say Miss Tony's age because I like Miss Tony. I see people, a little bit older than me, but seasoned and smarter. I see them coming on to TikTok, travel agents, carpet cleaning businesses, electricians. These people are in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and they're jumping with their grandkids saying, hey, set me up a TikTok. And all they do is just talk. And they do little funny stuff. Sometimes they do little, things with the TikTok to get influence. TikTok is about influence. The more people that you influence, the more followers you have, the more they trust your product. And what makes it lucrative, as I tell people, is no more freebies. Hear what I'm saying? Anybody listening to this that's a business owner? I learned this years ago before I even went into business. People will continuously use the free you and will never transition to the paid you because you keep giving them the free you.
Right.
You must stop giving people free. You went to school. You did the training. You are the expert. You did everything it took to research and develop that product. You cannot continuously keep giving it away free because people will not transition from the free you to the paid you. No, instead, what you do in the marketing field is you give just little snippets. You just give little snippets and you get them engaged. You get them wanting more. And when they want the more, they pay for it. Proof and example. It's like an Amazon free sample of a book. They got you wrapped up in that book. And the next thing you see, they say, you got to pay this to get the rest of it. If Amazon does it, why am I trying to reinvent the wheel and think I got to give free stuff away? If Amazon, a Fortune 500 company, does it, then why am I not doing that? Stop giving away free. Make it pay. The only thing you tell people is in 2 to 5 minutes what you have, what you do, and why they want it, and you'd be done. If McDonald's was 30 seconds, then why am I sitting out there for 20 minutes trying to convince you to buy something when McDonald's gives you in 30 seconds? Think about it.
Because next year, if I don't make but $1 a month, that's what it's gonna be.
And you stick to it because one thing about people is they begin to see the value in what you have because you invested so much time into creating a craft that's expert as an expert, and your stuff is expertise. But people must see the value in it because of the value you put into it. Yes, sir.
Now with issue.com, and you probably seen it on Instagram where I just do about 5 pages of the magazine, as a promotion. So they have that feature on there where I can where I can just do a number of pages and stuff, So how does a person push the numbers on Facebook and Instagram?
Well, there's a strategy to that. And I have a portion of that strategy. I'm not going to share all of it because I have my own curriculum that I've written. Check it out. I have a curriculum that's written, the 7 E's of marketing excellence. It's a real thing. So one thing you have to understand, to push the numbers on Facebook and Instagram are great and they're amazing. But what I want to do is transition it into revenue. So in my Facebook and in my Instagram, I want to include not just a snippet, but a link that's connecting them to that website where they can download that book, where they can download that magazine. And it needs to be a paid advertisement. I know a lot of people look at paid advertisements, they're like, I don't want to spend $20 to $30. There's a reason TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram offer you a paid advertisement for $20 to $30 because they know anytime I go on Facebook, if I click on what you have one time, every time I log in, every time I scroll, it's going to be right there. Paid advertisements get you revenue. Free advertisements only get you so far. It's got to be paid because paid is sponsored, and sponsored is in your face. And in your face remembers every time my face hits that Facebook, it pops up. And I'm going to eventually click on it and buy it because it's consistently there based on what I like. So that's how you drive the numbers up. Paid advertisements. Some people hit every once in a while and get something that begins to trend or we like to say go viral. But that's an anomaly. On purpose, strategic is a paid advertisement. And people need to pay in order to get that trend going.
Now, what's the difference between boosting and having advertisements?
That's what they're the same thing. So the paid
Okay.
advertisement and the boost are the same thing. So what
Okay.
you're doing when you boost is you're strategically acknowledging that I'm going to send this advertisement to Seattle, to New York, to Minneapolis, to Atlanta, to Vegas, and to Miami, because in this 6 places, I researched that people read magazines the most through Kindle, through Facebook, or through downloading other places through these cities. So I'm going to push my magazine to these cities because they're the ones that do the most downloads of those kind of ebooks. It's strategic. And then I find out that the magazines are mostly read by people age 25 to age 55. That's another part of the boost. You make it strategic with age range, and the place. And then you click on the boost and it gives you a budget. How much do you want to do? 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, $10, 15, 20.
Right.
The more you pay, the more it's going to show up. If you put $100 on a actual targeted boost, the impressions are ridiculous what you'll receive. Because on purpose, that means anytime somebody in Seattle, New York, Minneapolis, Miami, Las Vegas log in, they're going to see what you have, and people are going to click on it more, which will turn into sales, which will supersede the $100 you put down. Because if I get 20 people to do it at $10, I make $200, which is $100 net. That's all you got to do. And it works, but you have to keep trying it. You can't just do it once, it don't work, and say it doesn't work. It will.
Right. Now, how do we get our community to buy into our product? I mean, I think I think the thing is, like we said earlier, it comes down to the freebie. So they get so hooked on anything that's free that they don't want to support businesses. Well, in order to see my magazine next year, you're gonna have to buy it. Okay, that's just the bottom line of it,
Right.
And we tried it before and we didn't get good results. I bounced back, but
right,
like you said, this is something I'm doing. This is my business,
right.
You either support me or you don't support me. Okay,
right.
Simple as that, and that's where that's where I'm going at next year and everything. I'm putting too much TLC into my product to allow it to continue to be free.
Right. And here's what I'll say to you. Because you see the value of your product, and I see the value of the product, and Tony sees the value of your product, because we see the value of your product, we must put it as paid, because by paid and doing a sponsored ad, it doesn't just go to our people, it goes to everyone. Now, you don't know the circle of influence until you put it out there around people. I know people that will buy the magazine, but I have to be in their face telling them about the product before they buy the magazine. So I got to strategically say, okay, I'm going to do a sponsored ad and it's going to run for 10 days at $50. But every day during those 10 days, I'm going to go live on Facebook and Instagram and talk about the product. So I'm in your face twice. I'm in your face because I'm talking about it, and I'm in your face because it's a sponsored ad. The two of those go together, and I see the most successful people going live. And I remember when live first came out, people were like, oh, there's somebody so always going live. And now those so-and-so always going live are making serious money because they realize the importance of product. We like to call it, it's a word for, I can't think of it right now, but basically people, product integrity. That's what it's called, product integrity. So people see the integrity in your product because they see you. There's no way they can see your product without seeing you, and we expect them to buy it. That's why commercials have people eating fries, driving cars, cleaning services. They have them putting books away. Commercials have people for a reason. People must see a product in order to see it as having integrity, and they must see you with it. That's what you got to do.
Okay. I'm learning a lot. You got me half a page of notes over here already.
That's what I like to hear. Notes.
Yes.
I like to see.
Yeah, because like I said, I want to use next year. I want to use 2022 as a push to push the magazine. To bring in advertisers, to give people the opportunity to advertise in the magazine. Because I'm just all about numbers next year. For 2022, it's all about numbers.
Right.
And that's what it's going to be.
Absolutely.
So I got to figure in my mind I want to target next year as far as sales and advertising, and that's what I'm gonna go for.
Right. And
if
we're
I
going
want to make
strategically put it together because it's not something that we're just going to just hope for the best. Like one of the strategies I use is the digital research strategy, to where you basically begin to do your research, and I write analysis on people now. So you're going to get one too, by the way, sir, for next year. Analysis is basically what I do now is I analyze how the year went. I analyze what I saw with impressions, and I even analyze the market and what it's doing. Because a lot of times we have a great idea and a great product, but the market is not trending in the direction of our product. And so we think we fail, but it's actually not your fault. The market is just not trending towards what you're offering. So with the analysis, when I see that, I offer an alternative with your product that might work versus you just trying and feeling like you're failing. And I also analyze the competition. We did that last year. We reached out to people that had a magazine, and they said the same things. They were struggling. So it wasn't you. All magazines, even Time Magazine, took their product price down to like $9.99. That's Time. I remember when Time first came out, it was way more than that.
Yeah.
But people were trending in the direction of not reading magazines as much. But people on Amazon, however, were still downloading on their Kindle for $9.99, all kind of stuff. So is it the area of focus we're putting it in? Does it need to be on Amazon? Because it seems like Amazon is getting the hits. And that's what we look at.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Could they? Okay, I know we buy books from Amazon. Okay, and I've bought my share of books. They're sitting right here in my office. I haven't read them yet, but I got them. Okay. I call myself buying stuff for retirement. I should be in retirement, but I'm dealing with this magazine now. Do you think people would buy a magazine off Amazon if you say go to Amazon to purchase this magazine? Do you think they would?
I do, because Amazon users spend about probably, and this is a real figure, probably between 40 to 45% on Amazon more than any other site to buy from. It's mostly Amazon. So if I put it in their face on Amazon, for example, and I can say this, Billy Graham Jr., my brother, just wrote a book, Gift Seekers. But because he put that book, Gift Seekers, on Amazon, it's doing amazing. He just wrote the book, but he put it on Amazon. And because he knows people are always on Amazon, and here's the thing, drop an Amazon link, people are more likely, probably like 60% more likely to click on an Amazon link than any other link that you can drop for, because people see the word Amazon and they're like, ooh, I need to buy so-and-so anyway. So not only they're looking at your stuff, they're looking at their cart. All I need you to do is click on it, and I need 10 out of the 50 to buy it. There it is. There's the revenue. But that's what Amazon does. It works to your favor. And I'm telling you, it's not a lot of money to get on Amazon at all. A lot less than you think. That's a strategy.
Right. So if I went on the Amazon, I'd just be doing a link for back into issue for them to download the magazine, pay for it.
Well, what you would actually do is you would actually be putting the issue, correct. You'd be putting the issue link with the issue on Amazon is where you'd be putting it. So they're purchasing it through Amazon, but you see the proceeds in your issue.com. But you're putting it on Amazon. You just need to put it hey, Amazon, here it is. Let me put it right here for this month and see what it does versus just going to your website. I guarantee the digital downloads on Amazon will be a lot more because, like Tony said, she said she's one of them. Like it's just that hitting with Amazon. So put it on Amazon and let them purchase it from Amazon. And yeah, Amazon gets a little bit out of what you've done. That's normal. But you'll see a lot more than you will just doing it from your website, because it's something about the word Amazon that just grabs everybody's attention. And I need to make that work for my business instead of working hard with a website, and people just don't seem to just click on it because it's a website. That's how it works.
Now, I've noticed that Excellence Magazine, they're doing a year subscription, which is basically 6 magazines, because they do it every other month now for $6. And you get a free Excellence tote bag. I mean, so they're really not making that off the subscriptions, because the tote bag is probably $2.99 or $3 for them.
So that tells you if the Essence magazine, which has been around for quite a long time and very prevalent in the Black community, is down to that, then it's not just yours. That means the trend of what's offered is just not as popular to people right now, again, as Kindle books. Kindle books are popular to people. Anything on Kindle or Amazon is popular to people. So that's what it's showing you. And the competition is any other magazine that's placed themselves on Amazon, because every magazine right now is going through that. But you have a benefit. You can utilize Amazon, or you can go to the benefit of seeing do hairstylist shops and other places still want the hard copy and saying, hey, if you put this, I'll give you a cut of this if this is the amount that you buy. You know, connections matter. People still go into barbershops and they still go into hair salons. That matters for magazines. People still go into small companies and sit in the waiting room and read magazines. Now you have to put yourself physically in these places by saying, hey, would you buy this for me for this amount, and place it here and see how that does, to see if people start picking it up and liking it and researching it. These are the strategies that work with a magazine, and that takes time. But again, we got to remember where the trend is for magazines. Everybody's trend right now is a little bit down because the readers are reading, unfortunately, like you and I talked about, they're reading more junk than they are positivity. Because if you had I won't say names, but if you had a certain magazine that had a certain amount of trash in it, oh, that would just trend up because it's trash and gossipy. But we're not off, so we're not deviating from what we do. We have integrity where we are, and it will work. It just takes the right genre. It takes the right place to place it.
So for next year, how do we take my show and all the other shows that we have on Hot Topics Talk Radio? How do we move those to higher numbers?
So what we do, and I've been doing podcasting for about 2 years. What we do is we consistently keep what we're doing with bringing those entrepreneurs through and giving that information out. But it has to go from a point of free to paid. People need to pay to be on here because your reach and your influence is greater now because of the free than you've done. So now you have to say, okay, if you want to come on here, it's this amount to come on here. And then because it's this amount to come on here, if you want a sponsorship for what you have, it's an additional this amount that will not only let you come on here and talk about what you have, but we'll also either buy from you or add it to our sponsorship product list, but it must be paid. I'm telling people in 2022, there is no more free because we have worked entirely too hard to get to the point, and everything we do needs to have some way that people are putting money in our pockets for what we do, and they must pay to be on. And if the shows decrease to where it's instead of one a week, which we'll say about 40 shows a year, if it goes to 30 paid shows is more than 50 free shows because you deserve the revenue based on the amount of time you put in the StreamYard, into marketing it, into placing it up, into getting the guests, into writing the information up. That's what other podcasts are doing. They're getting paid by making people pay to be on them. I can name 5 right now. You wouldn't even think that are getting paid.
Is Sunshine getting paid on her show?
I can't tell you. All I can say is I'm naming 5.
No, I mean I'm just saying, is she charging customers coming to her show?
I can't tell you. All I can tell you, because that's one of my clients too, so I can't say anything. But what I was saying,
I'm asking you.
I can't say it. But what I can say is her influence has raised significantly to where she's had some of the best rappers, some of the best R&B artists over the last 3 months that she's ever had. Because she's in person, not seen most of it, just not seen them, but she grinds. She stays emailing, calling, talking to their agents. And because of that, and they watch the show, like when she had the craziest one she had for me is when she had the DJ from House Party, DJ Bilal, come on. And then he brought on the other 2 from the House Party that were bumping. I can't think of their names right now. She had all 3 on at the same time from the movie House Party, because that's how she grinds, to where they're like, ooh, I got to be a part of it. Alan Groove, and I can't be the other guy, Chill. So, and then she's had some crazy good DJs on. So I think she just had Arrested Development on a few weeks ago. You just got to grind, and you got to put yourself live, because one thing Nicole does, Nicole stays going.
Oh yeah, I see her all the time.
And it works because with her word of encouragement, with her talking about who's coming on her show, with her when the show is on is live to the after show, she understands I got to do more than just show you something. I got to show you me. And when you see me, you'll trust the product. That's what she does.
Okay.
Get paid.
Yeah, we got a lot in that. So Sunshine, you know, she's charging people. Okay. Thank you for that.
Don't you let him say I said anything. Say nothing.
You know, I like her little intro that she uses when she comes on.
And guess who made that? So my business partner, Ron, who works for Usher Digital Agency, she made that. All that stuff is a product that you keep seeing. That's usually connected to Usher Digital Agency. We're making that stuff. We're making all that stuff. Videos, graphic design, websites. We're doing it all. We got our hand in it all. And then we're connecting everybody together because we want to see all y'all win. So you, Raven, Billy Graham Jr., Barbara Smith, Judy, we're trying to make sure all y'all win. Even the shirts that I have from Lynn and All Things Customized, we want everybody to win. And they're all my business partners. So we just keep increasing and increasing. And I guarantee you, when the right person sees your magazine, it will be unstoppable where you can't create them enough. You can't create them fast enough.
Yeah. Because I've got a good magazine this month with Melissa Morgan.
Right.
Yeah, she's on the cover this month. A good choice, you know, but I'm not getting the kind of you know, she's posting it on her social media. Right. You know, but I'm not getting the traction that I still need from it.
They gotta see you.
It came out yesterday. It was a good, you know, we got a good hit on it yesterday.
Right.
When it came out, let me see what the numbers are right now.
Tony, I'm telling you,
we've done pretty good today. I mean, so
good.
I mean, you know, we got 91 impressions for today
and
yesterday together.
And you increase that by letting them keep seeing you.
Yeah.
Don't let it die down the momentum. You they need to see you talking about it as much as possible. It's free to click that go live button and just talk about it. And with my 7 E's that I have of my curriculum that I have, one of the E's is energy and another one is enthusiasm. I believe the people that offer the best products are enthusiastic and energetic about what they have. Because if I see you excited about eating some fries, I don't care how nasty they are. I want to try them. If I see you eating some pizza and you make it look real good,
right.
Well, that's marketing strategically because they make things that probably ain't even good look good because of the enthusiasm and energy the person has behind the craft they work diligently to create.
Right.
They got to see you with your energy and your enthusiasm, your charm and your smile. They got to see it. And when they see that consistently, they'll be like, ooh, what is it about this magazine that he's so excited about? Why does he want me to? Let me just download and see what it does. And then they'll tell somebody about it. And then that becomes a testimonial. Because one thing I deal with now, I know where time is dwindling, but one thing I deal with now is surveys and testimonials. Because surveys and testimonials are something that people now gravitate towards because it helps me understand why they do and don't like your product and what we need to change to better enhance your product. Because I don't know what people like and don't like until they tell me. So I on purpose send them a survey and ask them, why did you or why did you not? And when we figure it out, I get with the person that's the owner and we make some adjustments if we can to make the product better. But it might just be the person doesn't like it. So now I know I shouldn't be marketing towards that age group. I need to try a different age group because they don't like it. But you got to survey and you got to ask questions. Follow us. Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, man. 30 minutes comes and goes fast.
It does.
But for the people who have been watching and viewing us tonight, I've had as a guest Ernest Usher III, social media marketing specialist to the poor people like me. Up and coming wannabe millionaires. He looks out for us, trying to help us get our product out to the masses and everything. And he's had some good stuff on here tonight. I hope you all took some notes on what you can do with your business and pass on. So we're probably doing a lot more of this next year. Like Tony said, she's going to develop some product lines, looking out for senior citizens and stuff. But we're probably going to do more of this next year. We're probably going to look at doing some master classes, things of that nature, where
You talking.
We'll set up some opportunities.
Right.
And you probably won't pay no more than $5 or $10 then. You can go to gosh, you can go buy a pizza, go to Pizza Hut and get a $10 pizza and gobble that down and still be hungry.
Right.
Feed your knowledge, on how to do your business, and that's what we're going to do. For knowledge is power, so we need to start moving forward. Okay.
Yes,
so, Ernest, what's your final word for the people tonight?
My final word is quickly this. Going back to what I said, Ushers Digital Agency. We solve for why. That's our slogan. That's what we do. If you need me, you can hit me up here on Facebook, Ernest James Usher III. My business is Ushers Digital Agency. Email ushersdigitalagency@gmail.com. And my website is www.ushersdigitalagency.com. Let us help you solve for why. Because when you solve for why, your access is unlimited, your potential is limitless, and you'll make all the revenue you ever wanted if you just hook up with us. That's my last one.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now, for you all that like politics, I'm part of another show that comes on tomorrow night at Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 Pacific Time. Real World News TV, and we're going to be doing a fall reflection tomorrow night for an hour. We're just going to talk about some of the things that took place over the last since August when we came back. A lot of things have happened, and we just don't know what 2022 is going to bring in. Before we close out the night, let's send our prayers to the people in Kentucky that were devastated. Especially Mayfair, I believe it is, Kentucky, that was devastated by the tornadoes, and everyone who was touched by the tornadoes. Let's pray for them. I was telling somebody today, it's not about political parties. It's not about white or black. We just it's about humanity right now. About humanity. And when you see something like that, it's mind-boggling, and it's hard to believe that a tornado can do the damage it did, but it did. Right. And so we got to pray for those people, especially at Christmas time. Amen. So, like I said earlier at the beginning, this is our last show until I believe the next time I'll be back on will be at the first of the year in January of 2022, and it'll probably be the 10th. When we'll be back on again, So I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas. Be safe, take care, enjoy yourself, enjoy your families, wear your mask, wash your hands, and really enjoy your families. Because last year we couldn't do nothing because of the virus, and we got a little break from the virus, just a little bit, but you got to stay safe. You got to stay masked and stay vaccinated. So have a Merry Christmas. Have a good start to the new year. And I'll see you guys again after the first of the year when we get started. And we lining up our shows now. So if you want to get on, you better pay. You better hit me up and bring your checkbook. $10,000 a show for next year.
No empty wallets.
But we got to start learning how to make money off our businesses. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Especially in our community. Yes, sir. I need my community to support me. Because I put out an excellent product, and that's all I'm asking. Okay. Agreed. So look, man, we'll be talking, Ernest. Everybody else, thanks for watching tonight. Go out, like I said, have a great time over the holidays. Peace. Take care. Good night.